Make a video on how to mount this light bar, just in case anybody wants to know. It's pretty simple. The right side has these two mounts like that, and the left side just has the one. So on the right side, it uses this bolt here where the horn is mounted. So you have to take that bolt out, and I think I used it's like a 5mm longer bolt than the stock one, just to make it easier to start. But the stock horn is still mounted in that's what has the nut on the back side. And then for the other hole, it's the radiator support bolt. I don't know if you can see it in there. It goes behind that flange, so you have to loosen that with a 13mm socket, pull that bolt out, and then that, I think it's a 25 Torx, that has to come out, or at least be loosened, and then I get a screwdriver right in there by the Volkswagen symbol, pry back, and then that piece will slide right in, and that makes it more sturdy because it's got that nice heavy flat plate to push against. So that does have to go behind that flange, otherwise that bend and that will hold it out too far and you won't be able to get that bolt in. So that is this side right here. So that's your horn, the horn bracket bolt, and then the radiator support bolt for the driver's side. Alright, so then the passenger side bolt is the easy one. It's just one hole. Let's see here. You can see it. It's that other side radiator support bolt, same one we use on the other side. It goes up tight against the tow hook bracket, helps kind of hold it there, and then you just pull that bolt out and put it back in. That is the stock bolt. That little rounded up bent flange piece, it goes on the outside on this side, so this side's a little bit shorter. So you will have to, what I took was like a socket extension and pushed and tapped it with a hammer to flatten out that ridge on that metal so that it sits as flat as you can. So you will need a hammer and something to kind of bend just the corner of that down. You'll notice it won't sit right. It'll be crooked a little bit on your bumper until you get that flat against there. So like I said, I used a socket extension and a hammer, and it bends down flat. So that's all you need to do there. So here's mine. It's a little bit dirty and covered in bugs. This one has the 4 mounting tabs. And you can see I kind of try to keep it pretty close to the bumper so it doesn't stick out too far. So that's it. I did spin in an accident. It's smashed up, but it will show a little better where those mounting bolts go. So on the driver's side, this bolt needs to come out, and you can see the stock horn bracket is put in its place to hold that as a nut. So bolt comes out, you have to hold the horn. That's probably the hardest part, is keeping that horn in place. Thread that back in. You can, like I said, you can use this, or I'd get a little bit longer bolt just to make it grab a little better. So that one comes out. This is, again, it's bent, but it's the same, just not so smashed. This bolt comes out. Loosen this Torx bolt, and then what I do is I get my screwdriver right here and just lift out a little pressure, and then about a 1/4 inch of space, and then the bracket will slide right in there. Let this out, tighten the Torx, put that bolt and that bolt back in. And then over on the other side, you just remove this bolt, and then take a hammer and flatten this ridge out, or bend that back just enough for the 1/4 inch plate to sit tight against this. So you need to, or you could grind it off too, but with the bumper on, it's just easy to whack it with something. And like you saw in my car, my tow point is rusted into where I can't get it out, so it just stays in there, and the light bar works just fine with your tow hook installed. It should rest right up against there fairly snug. So that's it for that.